Hello, everybody, and welcome to another Unbridled Freedom Facebook Live. This is the last episode in our 10 part series of A Horsewoman's Journey to Empowerment. I hope that you have enjoyed this series and that you have learned a lot or something. If you're here today live with me, please say hello in the comments. I can see that there's people on here with me, but I can't see who's with me. So today's episode is going to round out the whole series, and it is called Connecting with a Supportive Community. And I find that this is really important. Hi, Cindy. Thanks for checking in and letting me know you're here. I really appreciate it. It's nice to know when you're not on here all by yourself and who's actually joining you. Hello, Veronica. Veronica is a new member of Unbridled Freedom's here private group, as well as she is new to my 12-month mentorship program. She has a beautiful horse named Perry, and they are growing every day together. So creating a supportive community is really important for all of us in everything we do. It's just nice to know you're not alone. I have a handful of really good friends that I trail ride with. Trail riding is my thing I love to do with my horses. I love to go up into high country, explore new trails. And I have a set of women that I particularly like to ride with because we have the same desires when we're riding. Not everybody shares the same desires. I love to go off the trail and find new ways, cut my own trail, and the friends that I ride with do the same thing. All of our horses get along, and we all share the same philosophy in we want our horses to enjoy what we're doing as much as we're enjoying it. They're our friends and they're our partners. I also have a supportive group of peers who we bump things off of one another when we're struggling with a horse issue or we're challenged with how to help a client solve something. We will bump things off of one another. We will share our wins and our challenges, and we just share a lot of our own knowledge with one another, and it helps us all grow. I have a group of horsemen that I study under, and they know me and they know my philosophy and my approaches and my style and technique. They know my horses, and none of them are here locally. So everything I do with them is virtually. So I take riding lessons with them online. I send them videos of what's going on with my horse and I, and they watch the video and help me through. So that's another way that I have created a community. I also have friends because being the best you can be for your horse is not just about understanding horses and connecting with horses, learning how to be their leader. It's also about self-development. And because I'm not only a horsemanship mentor, I'm a transformational coach, which means I help women go through their own personal transformation alongside learning how to become the best horsewoman they can be for their horse, which means creating that relationship and deeply understanding the horse. And that evolves next into a partnership. And so I have my supportive community of individuals who are either self-development coaches or we've taken courses together, and so we connect and help each other. So that's how I have created a supportive community. And it's so important because sometimes we feel like we're all alone. You know, whether we're boarding our horses somewhere or we actually have our horses at home with us, sometimes we feel isolated. And as much as we love our horses, we just want some people to share that with. So you can reach out on social media here on Facebook. Oh my God, there's a gazillion women related, horse related groups. I belong to several of them. Um, Mainly the reason I use them is probably different than you would be using them. I'm on there finding out what is some of the common challenges women are having. How can I help women the best that I can help them with their horses? And the way that I do that is to belong to these communities and get in there with horsewomen who are on their journey of fulfilling a childhood dream of being with having a horse in their life. And so I engage with them not from the place of an expert, but from a woman to woman, reading what their challenges are, allowing myself to be vulnerable because I am a horsemanship mentor. I've been studying this for 24 years. I've had horses all of my life, but there's still a lot I don't know. And there's still a lot of area where I need to grow. And getting on these social media private groups with horsewomen. There's one aged horsewomen where everybody's like over the age of 50. And daring to be vulnerable, putting myself out there and saying, I am struggling with this and my horse. And are anybody else having that same problem? Because even though they may not be experts and they may not have the experience or the wisdom or the knowledge that I have, they still have their own wonderful life experiences that we can all learn from. So I encourage you to get on some of these groups. Some of them are a lot of ego driven and everybody wants to tell everybody else what to do, and somebody shares something that was challenging or shares a video and then everybody wants to critique it. Those are not the groups for me. I want to be with a group of women who are willing to be seen and heard as much as they're willing to see and hear the other women in the group, not from a place of competition or judging, but from a place of acceptance. And so check out some of those groups. I've made some really good friends through there. People that are all around the world, I'll probably never meet in person, but I enjoy having a conversation with them. We'll actually get into a private chat. Locally, all of the areas, horse areas, have horse group activities. Like here in our area, we have a group called High Desert Horsemen. And they do all kinds of fun things. They get together and have potlucks. They go on trail rides, organized trail rides. They have organized events. They do holiday things like Easter egg hunts and dress up on Halloween. So check out in your local community. And again, if you're not real savvy with Facebook here, what you can do is you can search in the groups. So up in the upper left hand corner, for those who aren't used to Facebook, up in the upper left hand corner, right by the Facebook logo, is a box that says search Facebook, and you can search local horsewomen groups and then put your town and search and see, are there any local groups in your area? Another fun group to get together with, and it's supporting a good cause, and it's getting you out there in the community with, some are going to be like-minded, some are not, some are going to know more than you, some are going to know less than you. It doesn't matter. It's a community. But it's the 4-H. If you have a local 4-H horse group, they do a lot of fundraising events, like the one here we have in our area every year does an obstacle course out at the Washoe Lake, which is a big campground with a big lake and lots of trails and lots of wild horses, and it's just a lot of fun. And your entry fee goes towards supporting the local 4-H. So you can look in your community and find local groups. Nurture relationships with women that resonate with you, that you feel connected to. This group right here, one of my main purposes for having this group was to bring women together who desire to have a deeper relationship and connection with their horse so that they can have an amazing partnership and go do whatever they want to do and feel confident in their leadership and their ability to understand their horse and handle no matter what comes up. I also do my best to make it a safe environment, a safe round pen for all of my members to come and share their wins, their ahas, their challenges, their failures. No such thing as a failure, but something that didn't go right. I mean, I shared on here when 3 weeks ago, Dakota, one of my Mustang partners, dumped me on my ass on the trail. Bruised my tailbone forever. It was the first time I came off of her. I've had her since 20. And she's not comfortable on the trail because she had a really bad start. And I was wearing these super cool winter pants that are waterproof, windproof, and lined on the inside. And they also have that ski pants material that's kind of like a windbreaker does. And what I didn't realize was that noise was more than she could handle. So it made her super reactive, and then she spooks at things on her left, and I kicked my left foot out of the stirrup because we were on a new trail, and there was a big tree that had been cut in half, and we went through it, and I didn't navigate it correctly, and my foot in the stirrup was going to hit the tree. So I kicked my foot out so that it wouldn't scare her, and it scared her anyway. And she zigged to the right, and those pants had no gripping power like Levi's do or the Carrot riding pants do. And I was like a greased pig. I just slid right off that horse. And she moved out of my way, and then she just stood very scared and waited for me. So I have stuff happen. And I share it with all of you so that you will feel safe enough to share those kind of things here. And from every oops, which that was a big oops, I didn't realize those pants. I just didn't realize those pants, period. I since then have bought a pair of denim pants just like them. They're not waterproof, they're not windproof, but they are lined, and that's what I wear in the winter. But I share that with you guys so you understand that yes, I am here as a horsemanship mentor and a transformational coach and a student of the horse and a horsewoman who has stuff happen. And to be able to get on here and share that with all of you and have your insights. Did it feel vulnerable? Yes. Did my ego go, oh my God, don't share that. You're supposed to be the expert here on this channel, on this page, on this group. Group. But I believe in being the change I want to see in the world. I want you guys to know that I'm real. and that I make mistakes and I have struggles with my horses. That's why I have my mentors who are far more experienced than I am. And that's why I have my peers where we come together and we have think tanks and we think about what's going on, what are the challenges, what do we want to talk about. So create your community, and you've taken that first step by being here with me. So I wanted to I talked about all the reasons for having different communities and how to find them locally, here on social media. It takes the courage to step out of your comfort zone. And I think the biggest challenge that I have, and a lot of my students have, and a lot of my friends have, is we're afraid of feeling judged. We're afraid of looking like we don't know what we're doing, or being the one that doesn't know anything and everybody else knows more than us. We're afraid of getting involved with a group of women who are snobs. All right, let's just call it what it is. They're snobs. They're mean girls. They're bitches. We don't want to be a part of that group. We get into a group like that and then we sign off all groups. Hell no, not subjecting myself to that. Don't do that to yourself. Just go, not the group for me. I know there's more out there. Stay here. Let's nurture this group. Let's do stuff. You guys want to have a think tank once a week, once a month? Tell me. I'm open to it. I will host it. You want to have a once a month, how do you do this live? Let's do it. I'm open. So let's talk a little bit about why would you want to find a mentor and a coach? Well, you have decided that you want to learn more about your horse. You want to understand them deeper. You want to be better for them. You have some challenges that you don't know how to overcome. Sorry, I'm having a little bit of a perhaps hot flash. You want to try and achieve something new with your horse and you don't know where to start. Most of the women that I'm working with have wanted a horse and they now have it and they don't know what to do with it. It's not like when they were young and had no fear and they just got on and rode. Now it's like, I know if I fall down, it's going to hurt and I might break. So they want to get better. They're a little afraid of their horse, or their horse is afraid. Anyway, the reason that you have a mentor and a coach, which I am a horsemanship mentor and a transformational coach. So I'm working with both the horse and teaching you how to be with your horse, but I'm also teaching you how to be the best that you can be. And that flows out into every area of your life. I bring new information to my clients about horse psychology, horse behavior, herd dynamics, the horse's physiological, the nervous system, as well as all of that within us and how we commingle. I also give you tasks and teach you new things, and I hold you accountable. I find out what is your goal for the year, and we break it down into 3-month segments, so 4 quarters, and I hold you to being accountable to doing your work to achieve those goals. And so it's a commitment, both on my part and their part, and we strive to make it enjoyable enough that the horse continues to want to be a part of it as well, and so far they all have. So if you're serious about having a safe, wonderful, joyful connection with your horse and to be the best you can be so that they have the same experience, consider finding a mentor. And I would love, if you want to learn more about it, I would love to have a 30-minute free discovery call with you. Just comment in the comments below and I'll get in touch with you. So this is the end of our 10-week series of A Horsewoman's Journey to Empowerment. Next week, we're going to be starting a new series, and I haven't quite decided on what topic it's going to be, but I can promise you it's going to be amazing, if I say so myself. So I hope you will join me. Until then, comment in the section below. Let me know what you thought of the video. Share what you learned about it, from it. And yeah, that's it. We will see you next week. Until then, goodbye.